Hello guys, Sendou here again. So today what we have is of course about Clam Blitz. So if you don't know, Clam Blitz just came out yesterday and I had chance to play it quite a bit. So I played some for just solo queue, and I also played League, but we also scrimmed. So here you see some scrims. It's me, Ursa, and Machin Echo versus El Firmament. It's some pretty good matches, I think. So the point of this video is really to just talk about my opinions of the mode at this stage, like what I feel about it, how I see its competitive potential, and is there anything I would improve. But I think the short version is that I really do like this mode. Like, I do think it has a enormous potential, and I think in solo queue, like when I play with random people, it can get quite frustrating sometimes because you have people who don't always know what they're doing. But I'm sure it's gonna get better, and S plus in 1 month should be showing like how good it is with just random people. But of course in competitive, like I just can't wait to see what kind of plays are gonna be like turning out, like with different opportunities you have with passing the football and so on. Like how will optimally this mode will be played. Like I can wait to see that. And yeah, when you play solo you won't be able to do like much fancy plays, but still, like for me, I'm always like more on the competitive side of things, and I think it's gonna be like really quite something when you have a team that really gets everything together and really shows those plays where if they throw a football, for example on this map, you could throw the football like over the blocks there on the right, and then you have someone else catch the other side and go make a goal, like stuff like that. But definitely there's also some parts that I would improve maybe. So something I saw people say was, you can super jump with the clams, right? You can super jump with the football. Well, personally, I don't think it's such a problem, honestly. Like, if you have people super jumping to your base with, with the clams or the football, then you're gonna have much bigger problems than that. But still, it could be nice to maybe do the same thing with Splatoon and Bowler. If you don't know, when you use Splatoon and Bowler, when you explode the clam scatter and the football scatters, so maybe they could do the same thing with super jumps. I don't know, maybe that would be one thing they could change. And I would also make it easier to see the number. Like here you can see like Machin has 9 clams, but it's sometimes quite hard to see when it overlaps with other icons. So those are just 2 ideas how they could maybe improve this mode. But yeah, otherwise I'm very impressed with this mode right now. It's so different from TC and Rainmaker, unlike anything before really. And yeah, well, it took a long time for them to come up with a new mode, but I think this is definitely like worth it. And I talked about like attacking a lot, like how you can do different plays with football, but also like when you're defending. And here is doing like a nice thing, matching past me football, so we can I can play with the football here. But like when you defend, it also quite interesting compared to some other modes, because there's always the possibility that there's more than one objective basically. So you can't just like, okay, to have one football, we just go all out on that one guy. But instead you have to be smart about it. Like you can just assume that okay, that objective is gonna be the only thing that should play, but instead there might be new footballs at any time. And just how the game changes when defending when you have different footballs is really interesting to me. And also interesting how like some things are like much better in this mode. Like you have Ink Brush, I think, which will be a lot better in this mode than some others. And then you have stuff like Bowler, which also seems pretty good here. So I think this is just what the game needed right now, honestly. Like it changes, it's so radically different from anything else. Like for me, like these and Rainmaker are so like similar to me. Like they're quite like the same thing. But this is like something like completely new and different. I think it's gonna take a long time for people to really figure it out, but I think it will be a bunch of fun. And hoping I can play more competitive Clam Blitz soon, so I can make more precise opinions. But I think this is about where I got all my first opinions out. Also, I'm gonna put a link to the description below, but I made like a Twitter post, like a series of Twitter posts about different like tips for this mode that I came up with for the first like 24 hours or so. So yeah, I will of course make proper videos of this later. Like I will make videos where I actually like go into detail how this should be played, but this is like first impressions that you can maybe learn from them, and when you start playing the mode then you have some kind of idea. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know how you feel about Clam Blitz. Is it up to your expectations? Is there something you would improve? And yeah, I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.